Hello and welcome to another week of AAOL. My name's Zero Zero. We've got Munsky here as usual.
Hello. I don't know if that's true.
Well, we didn't stream last week. We had different casters on last week, but it's good to be back.
We have
And
we have different. Well, I mean, we won't.
there was a stream of some kind, I believe. Anyway, we both had a week off, so Munsky was playing.
Was I? No, I had a week off
wait,
as well.
No, you weren't. You had a week off as well, didn't you? Yeah. Anyway, we're back. We're back. Your usual casters, and we've got a good match lined up for you today, hopefully. We have a pause to start off. That gives me a good amount of time to run down what's going to happen today. So we have Doggos versus TG Nevermore facing up, and Doggos, I believe, is your team, Munsky. So what do you think? What are their chances?
I'm hoping that Doggos. All right, there's a bit of insider knowledge, but Quantum is a new support pickup, so the newest member of Doggos, and she's also one of our best support, I think. So it'll be very interesting. He hasn't played with us a whole bunch, so hopefully the player skill will make up. Aside from that, Zionix is guest sub, which we haven't had before. So I mean, it's a couple of fresh faces. Hopefully that doesn't hinder them too much. On the other hand, I'm fairly sure that all regular members.
Yeah, so I think that'll be the key, whether Quantum and Xanix the sub will be able to gel with the team and keep up with the communication structure you have. And well, Xanix, we all know Xanix from a couple of seasons ago as well. Impressive DPS player. Yeah.
Voice chat's like dying.
Is it? Is my voice chat dying?
Oh, it's okay now.
Apologies.
It was dying earlier.
I will move my mic a little bit closer to it, and hopefully that fixes it.
Might fix it.
But
how's your week been? Oh,
it's been pretty busy.
How's your experience with the new Sombra patch been? Oh my god.
Well, I actually haven't played any comp, so I can't really tell you.
Season's only
Quick play is a bit of a joke.
Quick play is a bit of a joke.
Quick play is always a joke. I mean, no one's even playing Sombra in quick play, so I don't really mind.
Wasn't
some
very
people
effective,
do.
But I did.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the really good Sombra players are off abusing her in competitive, so
was there any nerf Sombra at all, or is it just a complete buff?
No, there are nerfs, like, for example... by the way, are we playing on the current patch? We are, aren't we?
We are playing on the current.
So, okay, so we might see these actually come through, and we're on to Ruins as our first map as well. So this could be a stage where we can see the power of the new Sombra. But the new Sombra patch, what it did was it removed her ult gain from health pack, so she's no longer reliant on that to build her EMP. So it's less about building really fast EMPs, but what they did was they buffed her hack time a lot. So it's gone down to 0.6 seconds, which is incredible.
0.65.
It's almost...
Let's
0.65.
Let's not forget the tiny
Okay, well, it almost makes no difference because a lot of players, I'm talking like, it's almost like... It's almost beyond like human reaction time when you start getting hacked because of the way hack works as well.
Not to mention,
hack is quite lenient on you. When you go around corners, the hack will still come off. When you blink to escape, the hack might still come off.
I don't think that's intentional. I'm pretty sure that's just mainly because of the way thing works. And we live in Australia, and Australia's like dumb. So
well, I think
like by the time the other teams see feedback, like half the hack's gone off. By the time you go around the corner, the hack's already done. You just don't know it. Anyway,
well, we're not going to see any Sombra in our first map. It looks like as Zomundi is actually going to be on that Widowmaker. No Widowmaker for the side of Doggos. The fight is starting up, and Zomundi getting a really nice headshot there on Designing. That should open things up. The dive should come through now, but they're playing... They're actually being pushed back.
Backing off. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Being backed off.
Oh no, they're pushing in now, right? Might have been just like a bait and switch.
Well, they were being pushed back by the tank line. Briefree and Benji on that Winston were doing good work, and Berry Bunny actually pulling out that Coalescence. That should be enough to secure this fight. And yeah, that's it. Doggos will have to back away. They did build up their own coalescence in that fight. Xanax with a late kill onto Incel's side. If they manage to group up quickly, which I don't think they'll be able to because Fix is actually chasing the remaining members and bottling them up into that room. Pickle's getting picked off there.
It's nice knowing you, Pick.
Xanax dying as well, and they're going to have to do a full reset now. Wait for those two members to respawn.
Might have been a bit of miscommunication. You'd think that Pickles and Ionix would have backed up a lot further than that.
Well, they were very decisive in the way that they bottled them up into that area, and Benji getting hooked and taken down, the Roadhog and Orisa combo coming through the...
Dagger's gonna make things very difficult. You've lost so much time already. We're at like 35%, it's gonna be 50 before.
Fix trying to be a nuisance there in the backline. He is being chased out by the Junkrat. They're going to be going through this right side room here. They do manage to get out. Briefly is discorded and he goes a little bit low. Zamandi finishing off Benji. Self-destruct will come out for Briefly and he will remech, but the hook will come down onto Pickles. He doesn't get killed. Zarnix pulling out the Deadeye, manages to get Intellicide in the back line. This could be the chance. He picks off Baronius as well. And that should be it. Zamandi getting a late headshot onto Zarnix, but they should dive onto him as quickly as possible. They're actually not going to. They're going to leave him alive.
They sort of are, I think. No? Okay.
Somebody's still got that high ground. They should just dive onto him. And they do. They back him off. He's forced to back off. They're going for the jump shot. Not getting it.
That wasn't the most coordinated dive on a Widowmaker I've ever seen.
Well, Fix actually getting Benji there. I don't know what really happened. The hook will connect onto Infeed, but breaks.
Getting destroyed and then Sticky Bomb.
Meanwhile, Pickle's getting taken down as well, and the Orisa ult Coalescence will come through. The sound barrier also committed for the side of Doggos, but the kill feed is all red.
1v6. I don't think Quantum has much of a chance. Benji does come in. How long will he survive for this? A decent amount because he has his ult.
Riptide is very desperate and is not going to get anything. I'm not sure about the decision. Benji getting taken down very late as well. That's going to be a unfortunate stagger. So Onyx has switched onto the Widowmaker, but he's taken down by the right click of Intellicide. Brilliant play from that Zenyatta.
We want to talk about the fact that they've now picked up a Reinhardt for you.
Yeah, and Onyx has switched over again as well. So they're going to play Rein, Zarya, and the Genji. So it's a bit of a curious team composition switch because it was like they wanted to be a bit more divey, but then they changed to the Rein Zarya to have a little bit of extra sustaining shields against that Widowmaker.
4v6 now.
The Pulse Bomb coming through from Fix, double kill. And Zarnix taking out Zamandi, but it's all to naught in the end. He's the only one left alive on the point and taken down, and that should be it. TG Nevermore taking out the very first round on Ilios.
I guess we've seen that the teamwork really has sort of superior over sort of higher skilled pickups for Doggos. Honestly, I was surprised. I played with Quantum, a very good healer. I
think Quantum. There's only so much really that Quantum is playing the Moira, and that map is very good for Widowmaker. That's all I'm going to say. Zamandi pretty much had free reign, and you can't really do that. You can't leave the Widowmaker alone to just rain down shots, and because eventually it doesn't matter how bad of Widowmaker are. Eventually, you're going to get a couple of kills.
So gonna hit someone.
That's not to say that Zamandi was a bad Widowmaker by any means, but
if I am to make a couple of predictions, we do see a pharmacy there on the side of TG Nevermore, and there's not really much that Doggos has that they can really counter that with. They maybe have like Quantum, Moira's right click. I have to wonder if that's gonna be enough really.
Well, I think it's going to be up to Zarnix and Benji. Benji, if he can land that lucky hook, or Zarnix, if he can get that Dragon Blade and cut those two out of the air. But yes, it's going to be very hard. So Benji getting the shot there onto Versik, taking him down. Intellicide also taking down Benji as a revenge.
Nothing really comes out.
Once again, the Pharah, as you said, is proving to be a nightmare. Pickles getting taken down, damage booster rocket doing his work there. And is actually getting halted into the well.
This might be good for Doggos if they can. No.
And Teleside backs
So a
off,
couple
takes out
seconds off.
Xionyx, and that should be it. They should take the first cap quite easily. They're still staggering onto the point, but Benji, only a matter of time. He's actually he should back away.
I'm not quite sure what.
He's gonna
It's
heal
fine.
up.
I think he just can't like risk it. He's gonna get booped off if he backs up, and you know the only way forward is death. But he is very separate from the team now, seeing as Doggos decided to take the left push.
Well, they're completely flanking the enemy. Well, Fix is taken down actually by Benji, and that could be their chance. They're up 2 members right now. The Coalescence coming out. And Teleside trying to do what he can. Peronius is actually being pocketed. And Teleside with the barrage in the backline. No one's there to do anything about it. 4 kills coming out there. Monster play from that Pharah. And Fix is taken down by Xionyx late.
It is like Xionyx and he left. I think they could have actually taken it if they pushed on like quicker, but nope.
Oh, Infi getting booped onto the well. And Xionyx taken down. The Riptide will come out. Pickles is holding on to that for a little bit. He's going to come through onto the point now. What's he going to get? It doesn't. He manages to get into our side, somehow clipping the Pharah as she boosted a little bit too late.
This is such a strange watch. Like, Doggos is getting all these amazing things. Well, not amazing. They're getting all these small bits of advantage, but not really being able to do much about it. Oh, by Pickles.
Zamandi doing his best impression of DPS Stanky there, trying to boop everyone into the well from very far away.
Infi doing much the same thing as well on the other side. Oh, and Benji gets another hook on
Oh, the boop there onto Benji though will get the revenge. Folks taking out briefly though. In the meantime, Teleside also taking out Infi. That should be it. The point should be kept in control of TG Nevermore. And Teleside is dealing a lot of damage now.
I really don't see what Doggos can really do. Like they can push in, but they only have oh, they might be able
to the nice double headshots there onto the Tracer and to the that could be their chance. The hook connects.
Somebody desperately clinging on for life
at the same time. Xionyx with the Jedi kill.
We might see this be pushed in over.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's going to be switched as Teleside has to back away.
It's just.
Oh, Fix is booped into the well, but he manages to recoil.
They're only a couple seconds.
They managed to switch it. They do. But unfortunately for Doggos, there are 4, almost 5 ults.
Right? They have 3 ults against, well.
Almost 5. Barry is going to get his.
They both have barrier. They both have barrier. It'll be alright.
But the Valkyrie is gonna the Valkyrie is gonna be up for Barry, and unfortunately, I think as the hook does land, Infi getting taken down there, and that's about as bad as it can get.
No, the double.
The double healing fucking kill. I don't know how that happened. The barrage will come down. Teleside getting his own double kill there. Fix also getting the pulse bomb.
There he goes.
And Xionyx trying to do his best. The one-man McCree carry not to be. And, well, TG Nevermore will take the second round as well, and that should be the first map for them.
Oh, what a choice. They were just saying, like... Oh, okay, I was in the team chat, and everyone was just saying, so we're gonna be disappointed if we lose, right? It'd be really embarrassing, right? Guess what happened, guys? you now get to... Oh my god! So
unfortunate! Oh my god, that's about as bad as it can get. It's Xionyx having to reload in the middle of that 4-kill barrage. Oh my god.
Oh look! Barry can't even hear us because there's a 3-minute delay, and she knows. He or she? I don't know. I don't assume the general. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I feel for Xionyx there. That was. Oh well. Well, TG Nevermore coming out very strong there in our first map, and taking it quite decisively in the end.
Let me just quickly ask if people.
Are we going to get a break? I don't think so. I think these guys will.
But protocol says I should ask.
A bio break.
That's what you call it, right? The PE.
Well, I have to say, Xionyx actually, despite that unfortunate event we saw in the preview of the game, Xionyx it is very, very best to carry the rest of the members of Doggos there. But I think the tank line especially seems very uncoordinated. And we saw that highlighted especially on Ruins where they just failed to dive the Widow. And even when they did dive the Widow, the Winston went in and then the Diva went in one by one. Yeah, it was like
back off.
no coordination whatsoever almost. And I think the sports are struggling for it. There's not enough pressure being put on to the members of the enemy DPS, and therefore the sports are really struggling to deal with Fix and also whoever the secondary DPS may be as they switched around a little bit in that last map.
Honestly, I think that last fight, Doggos could have still done it if they'd recognized that Infi had the sound barrier and they'd kept him just sort of further back. But Infi was literally up there and like fighting toe to toe next to the tanks, and it just didn't work out for him.
Looks like Peronius had a bit of a plan. But maybe we will see that on Horizon, which will be our third map. But this map pool, I have to say, I've been playing a lot of Widowmaker lately. This map pool is about as good as you can get for Widowmaker. Ruins, Hollywood, and then Horizon. So hopefully we'll see a bit more Widowmaker.
So scary.
Actually, Zydex is a very good Widowmaker player, so I'm surprised that we didn't see some Widow play from him earlier on in Ruins. He did switch off towards the middle of that series, but
might have been a coordinator.
Possibly, yeah. Maybe the team is not so used to playing with the Widowmaker in their lineup, so tried to go for a composition that they were more familiar with.
I would like to have been that Doggos comp, because I know how they normally communicate, right? And adding 2 new voices, I would have loved to be.
Well,
it must have been very interesting.
You can interpret that however you want, I guess.
Not a bad thing, right? No, I just wanted to know, right? Because how different would it be? You have 2 new people.
I guess so. Yeah, I get your curiosity there. But
I'd be curious if for any other team, I just happen to know no other team because I'm not in any, right?
Well, I think also I was surprised, especially on Ruins, we didn't see some more Sombra play. And we may see it on Hollywood. Hollywood, especially point A defense, is actually quite good for Sombra, so we might see it. Maybe these teams are not so practiced with the new Sombra yet.
I don't think any teams practice with it. How many days has it been?
It's been, what, 4, maybe?
4? That's not enough time. To get like 6 people together and practice an actual strat, and seeing as you don't get outcharged from the health pack anymore, that's a lot to ask.
I guess so, yeah. But apparently the Twitch stream team names are wrong, so we'll get that fixed up quite quickly. But and I was also surprised that Quantum played Moira throughout most of that series. I thought perhaps Zenyatta would get a little bit more play. But
Zenyatta? I don't think any team... I think every team must have intentionally dropped Zenyatta from the lineup simply because of the sheer risk of the other team. If the other team runs Sombra, just
yes.
I would not.
I can understand that, but I still think like if the other team does not run Sombra, Zenyatta is definitely the superior pick. That's what I feel. Unless you're running really tank heavy comps. Say for like King's Row or something like that. If you're running Ryan Zarya, then maybe you run Moira. But
Ryan Zarya is not something that we've seen. I don't think I've seen it this.
Oh, we saw it on Ruins for a very short amount of time.
For a very, very short amount of time, but not like an actual planned composition, right? I've not seen it as part of a planned composition.
At least.
Oh shit, nothing's working.
At least in this league. Well, we haven't had. Is King's Row been in the map pool for this first 4 rounds? I don't think so.
No, King's Row.
So that's probably a reason why. Also, there hasn't been any Lijiang Tower, from what I know. So
we don't get so much Lijiang Tower in season. Really want to go back to Lijiang Tower. Oh my god, I got so sick.
I'm just naming all the Ryan Zarya maps. I mean, you can also put Ryan Zarya on Gibraltar, which is also not in the map pool.
So yeah.
Junkertown, that's not been in the map pool. Have we ever played Junkertown in this league? I don't think so.
No, we haven't. We haven't had Blizzard World either.
Well, Blizzard World is relatively new, but Junkertown's been out for a while now. So
I'm still interested in Junkertown. Like I haven't explored.
I actually really like Junkertown.
I like it in that it's very new and it's sort of so you can't just get moved off randomly.
It provides a lot of Widow v Widow, which is good. That is my favorite thing to watch in Overwatch.
Yeah, it is true. I do like playing Widow because it's fun.
Well, looks like both teams are ready, so we should be starting anytime now.
Welcome to
So,
Hollywood.
what have you done this?
I have worked, and now I am overdosing on Overwatch in my long weekend.
Oh, is it a long weekend?
It is.
Oh, that's why the demerit stuff, like the demerit signs are up on the freeway and stuff. Like I'm stuck.
Oh
there
yeah, yeah. Watch out for those speed cameras. That's it.
I wonder if there are any speed. Probably not. Oh, I never noticed this before. There's a little Los Muertos tag just back here.
Oh.
Actually,
I don't know what you're looking at. I can't really see what you're looking
right.
at, but I'll believe you.
so the attacking spot, come out into the road and then turn left, go down this little like SUV thing, and just to the left of that on the wall underneath the bridge. Tag.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Like all these, I've never explored the maps like that well. Actually, a lot. I just discovered
Well,
all new. Okay.
Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the
cool.
compositions. So we're seeing a bit of a change up here. So the Ryan Zarya is coming through, and Briefly is going to be playing the Ryan, and Benji playing the Zarya. So that's a bit of a difference. Briefly was playing the Diva, and Benji was playing the Winston before, so switched up their roles a little bit. And Pickles is going to be staying on that Junkrat. Zarya's on that trademark soldier.
Oh, I thought they were seriously picking attacks too. I was gonna ask what's up with that.
No, I didn't think so. That's why I didn't want to talk about TG Nevermore's comp first. But IntelliSide is going to be on the Pharah. They're going to be running Pharmacy and Genji fixed as a flex onto that Genji, so something a little bit different. And they're running the Zenyatta, so this is more what I wanted to see. Zenyatta's still a very strong pick, especially on attack. Xynex is going to be dived on and absolutely deleted there by the tank line.
Yeah, and that's what happens if you don't have a Diva. You're up there by
Yes,
yourself,
indeed.
you're gonna crush.
Fix is going to take out Quantum. Pickles is trying to do his best. They're all bottled up in there. Infi somehow stays alive, but he's going to get taken out by Peronius. And Briefly, well,
Did you
he's bullied.
see what was happening with Benji left click? Hit Daria left click? It was like pulsing for some reason.
Maybe he was, I don't know, clicking very fast. No, I didn't see it, but that was a very decisive first point there from TG Nevermore, and they're going to be trying to snowball this.
Xynex is getting crushed off, but that wasn't.
Yeah, Xynex got taken up very quickly, and because they were playing Ryan Zarya, there was no mobility to come save him either. Briefly getting taken.
The invisible wall. Getting
Getting
crushed.
taken out. The dive coming through from TG Nevermore, very coordinated. Xynex trying to do its best there on that high ground.
Wonder if they're gonna dive on him. They know that they've just killed all.
Well, it's only a matter of time. I think they're just waiting for the payload
they
to be in position. Vex will dive on him. He will force him back. The Discord orb will do the work. Xynex is taken down. That's a very late stagger kill. Benji trying to do his best. Is now switched over onto the Diva. Vertic is chasing Pickles. He's taken down. He switched onto the Widowmaker, but it didn't last very long.
Doggos is just all over the place. Losing their soldier, losing their whip. See any change? Was Infi always?
No, I think they've changed that up. Pickles has actually switched off onto the Widowmaker as well. Widowmaker is pretty... Oh, well, I did say this already. Quantum has switched onto Zenyatta. Infi on the Moira. And Fix will get the double kill there onto Infi and Briefly. Peronius helping out as well on the dive.
I don't think anything can really help that point.
Yeah.
So far, like massive clean sweeps, and this does not
Benji-
look good for Doggos.
Benji is gonna get
staggered.
staggered. He doesn't manage to remake briefly, desperately trying to save him, but it looks like he's
PG
gonna
Nevermore
get.
just having that massive ult bank. Look at it. Like they've only used one ult. Wow.
Well, they're gonna get a free push all the way to the final straight, thanks to that kill onto Pronius. Sorry, onto Benji there. Well, Teleside getting taken down. Unless he will hear them back up. Fix looks like he's going to be going for a bit of a flank. He manages to find the Reaper of Pickles, takes him down, and Pronius, meanwhile, will prove that Diva is indeed DPS hero. And Fix will pull out the Dragon Blade in the backline. It's all cleanup duty right now for him. And he's taken down Infi as well, and the payload just hasn't stopped throughout the entire second and third section.
I want to question why, when was it? Oh, whoever went up, Pickles, yeah, when Pickles went up there and died to PHX, like why the rest of the team didn't seem to realize that and went in any.
Well, the kill feed is just absolutely just. It's really sad reading right now. As Intelliside pops that barrage, takes out Benji.
Pickles trying his best. Dynix trying this. Oh no!
He does have the Transcendence up. The self-destruct will come out. I think it's going to be well timed. No. Last vestiges of that Transcendence, but unfortunately the kills are coming through now for TG Nevermore. Another Dragon Blade out now for Fix, and he's going to be dashing through the members of the enemy team. And that's going to be it. The map will be finished. And, well, not sure what you can really say about that. The defense was in tatters. Yeah, they looked very lost indeed.
Loads of lost dog. Put up a poster. Have you...
The dogs were lost.
I do
someone
apologize.
needs to...
I think my...
Hopefully that gets rectified. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what you can really say. The dive comp just was too good. I
don't think it was the dive comp. I honestly think it's because a lot of, it just seemed like it was just all over the place. They didn't have any kind of cohesive defense. They weren't even standing together.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. The dive comp is so good at exploiting those kind of positional weaknesses that you may have, and it was just a snowball after they won that first fight, which was just instant. Well, as soon as Zynex got deleted, that was the end of that defense. Really, they were nowhere near in position to try and save him, or even because they were running Zarya. I was very surprised Zynex even took that positioning. That was very.
Zynex took the position before. Or they even saw it. Just before he even saw what was coming for. And I feel like he should have, had the
thing is,
plan
like,
to lead.
it's not an uncommon position for a soldier to take when you're running Winston Diva, because the Winston Diva can actually dive in to save you. But if you're running Randaria, there's nothing that can save you. You just dived on and absolutely deleted. So I'm not sure really what was going on, but. Few switch ups actually. Fritz is going to be switching onto that Junkrat. Berry Bunny going to be playing the Moira, and the Rista coming out from Versix. So a couple of different heroes in play. Pickles is going to be playing the McCree this time, and Zynex is on the Junkrat. Once again, both teams are going to be playing the Rista Roadhog composition, so trying to get those picks from long range, the Halt and Hook combos coming through as the. Oh, there's a nice hold there to pull people off the high ground from Free, but no kills gained from that.
They're doing a very good job at busting down that shield. I don't think...
Oh, the hook in midair! Quantum does manage to get out, though Zamundi is taking down very low. Intelliside will take out Quantum, though, with the Felix Rockets. Benji does...
Benji, yeah, he took the tire out.
Yeah, he took the tire out. It was very nice from him, but Zamundi with the headshots. A right click humming through the, and Pickles is taken down. They're gonna have to reset now.
I think
and
it's
wait for it to respawn.
The combination of Orisa's left click and Junkrat's left click, like Briefy's shield just not holding.
Quantum has
barely
got
do it.
his coalescence though, so this could be the opportunity. They just need to group up and try and push through with that coalescence. Fix though, taking out Benji once again. They seem a little bit lost, not sure when to engage and when to back off. And Intellicide in that aggressive positioning with that soldier, the one that Xionyx was in, but this time, of course,
All the losses.
his teammates are.
Oh, it's triple tank. And solo healer? Alright.
Yeah, well,
Will be
they've changed
very
up a little bit now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, the coalescence will come through. The Riptire, also from Fix, doesn't get anything. Benji gets chunked down a little bit, but no kills coming from that. They're going to be coming around the backside. They've taken the high ground as well.
That's a very odd.
And Berrybuddy taking out Xionyx
Like,
in the back line.
That was literally their push in, but they used to get up the stairs. And now they're going to be pushed back by the opposing coalescence.
And, well, that coalescence into that corridor, yep, I'm not really sure. Well, we all know how that's going to go, rather. And Intellicide finishing off briefly there as well. They are just scattered right now. Quantum trying to get out.
Quantum running.
And he should do no, he's hooked and he's taken down. Proteus, no
Phoenix
mercy
is not going
there.
to escape either. And it's a complete team wipe with a little bit of stagger. Benji doing this. What's he spotting? Is that a Walrus skin?
It's tactical crouch.
It's a Walrus.
That's what.
Tactical crouch. Tactical
Tactical crouch.
crouch of shit.
They're going to be grouping
Okay.
up. They're going to be trying to find a way through. They may go through that right side room. No, they're going to be going through main once again. The Riptide will come out from Fix. It's going to get Pickles. And Peronius takes out briefly as well in the front line. Doesn't matter what they do. It looks like, seems like they just, if they reinforce the front line, someone dies in the back line. They reinforce the back line, someone dies in the front line. It's just, they just cannot compete with this spam that's coming through this choke, and they need to, I don't know, maybe a change up in the composition, something a little bit more mobile. It's hard to play Road Orisa on attack as the Xionyx's Riptide comes out.
Hello?
Oh, looks like you have left the game, unfortunately.
I've lost connection to the game server.
Let me see if I can invite you again,
You
Munsky.
should be able to invite me again, but all the things are. Oh,
Well, I'm gonna, hopefully the voice is still on. We're still streaming because I'm gonna just narrate.
just narrate.
But,
I don't know what's happening.
well, anyway, they did manage to cap the point actually in a very last-ditch effort there. The Orisa ult.
Did they? Oh my god.
Yeah, the Orisa ult doing work. Fix does
What a
take
moment
out
to
Xionyx.
disconnect. Oh god, why?
Have you joined the game, Munchki? Have you managed to join the game?
Logging me?
Oh well. Anyway, 4 ults on the side of TG Nevermore, so this is their chance to combo that into a fight win and push them off the point. Actually, they do so. Intellicide taking out to the Mercy. Actually, so they're going to be running Ryan Zarya, Infi running the Zarya, Pickles running the McCree, Xionyx on the Genji, and Briefree on the Mercy. And no compositional changes for the side of TG Nevermore. And then Riptide is going to be coming out there from Fix. He's going around the backside. It doesn't get anything. It looked very close there to getting Pickles, but doesn't manage to do so. On the payload now, the payload is moving back towards that second point. The hook comes out from Pronis, doesn't get anything. The Infi is pretty charged up right now, and this Intellicide trying to do his best from that high ground position. And Xionyx is now chasing him off the high ground. He dashes in. Both coalescences are popped by both teams. And the Ryan charge will come through onto Versic. Quantum actually getting the finishing blow onto that. And Pickles taking out Zamundi in the backline. The grab will get absolutely nothing.
Nothing much.
But Intellicide...
They're still sort of doing fine, sort of.
Intellicide did pop that attack buys. He got the double kill, and that could be crucial. Xionyx trying to do his best. He's
Honestly,
low. He manages to get out.
Honestly, I think the best thing would be for them to back off at the moment. But seems like they're
It's
having
a matter of
trouble
whether
with it.
Xionyx is discovered or not, because he's
I
crouching.
don't think they know that he's there.
He's creeping up on that high ground, and now
Oh, he's been discovered.
He has been discovered. He's pushed off the high ground. And he's going to be coming
contest.
back. He's onto Intelside now. Intelside is forced to come down from that high ground. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to make their way onto the payload. Fix does pop that Riptide. It gets a double kill onto both supports, and that could be it. That's the end of that push. And Throne is getting the hook onto Pickles, and they don't even manage to get on the payload. TG Nevermore taking a nice victory there onto Hollywood as well. And yeah, well, I think it was the attack round really summed up this map really. Like Doggos looked absolutely shaken after the attack round. They did manage to pick up the first point.
I question the decision was at one time. I feel like it wasn't a complete ult, but it was still, you know, could have been quite valuable down the line. And solo Moira just doesn't feel right to me. I just don't feel she has enough left click to carry as like complete by herself. Sorry, not she can be a main healer, but not a solo.
I think they were struggling a lot because both teams were running Orisa Roadhog. A lot of spam coming through, and I almost understand the logic, but it's very hard to move through that choke with just an Orisa.
Hey Ryu, guess who's the person managing the map now? It's you.
Oh god.
Change the map to no.
Can I
No. Change the map to I think it was Horizon, right?
Yeah, I think it's Horizon, so I'll change the map
We're going to
to Horizon. We're all going to the moon. And is that it? That's all I need to change?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to change. Everything else is exactly the same. You know the pause thing, right? It's
Yeah, I can pause.
Yep.
Hopefully you don't need any pauses because now they have an automatic pausing system.
And that has
Well, they're going to take... Doggos is going to take a quick break, so we can talk a little bit more about that Hollywood
regular
game,
member.
so...
Alright.
So
you're probably gonna have to... he should just automatically join. But in case he doesn't...
I think Briefly should be able to invite him, right?
You invite him to that slot. But anyway, yeah, Tate is a regular member of Doggos. Get to see more or less the entire Doggo lineup. The entire regular Doggo.
Demo Overwatch is asking, will you guys be streaming the Ascendance vs Knock Inferno game? No. Ask Monsk.
Where is he asking that?
In the Twitch chat.
I don't look at I can look at Twitch chat, but I'm pretty sure with what my internet just did to me, I should not. Something is being streamed after us. I don't think it's us. Oh, I am here. I'm aware. I'm aware. I don't know what happened.
Anyway, hopefully things are fixed up now. But Tatum's coming on to the side of Doggos. Let's see whether this improves their coordination a little bit, gives them the edge they need to get a map victory against TGM.
For whoever's shot calling for Doggos to actually manage shot call.
That's true. But they have lost Xanax, who was doing reasonably well on the DPS role, though a little bit... Oh, Tate has timed out, so... So as I was saying, Xanax is doing reasonably well on the DPS role, but I think on Hollywood he was just completely shut down with the rest of the team as well. So
a little difficult.
Yeah, difficult for one person, especially it's one of these things, isn't it? You can get as many kills as you want, but if you don't get the kills when your team needs it, then you might as well just be feeding ult charge to the enemy team, unfortunately. But
well, I wonder how this is going to... Doggos lineup. Actual Doggos lineup with no...
Yeah, no subs, which is good. Should improve the teamwork a little bit, hopefully. And maybe they...
You have to start the thing.
Oh, are we all ready? Are we ready? Okay, we're all ready. Okay, I'm going to start the map. Let's go. And yeah, we're on to Horizon. Assault map. Well, how do Doggos go on Assault map? Is this more? Is this the strength?
Uh, um, I wish I could say it was.
That's toxic, Munchki.
I know, I know.
Like,
I know, I know. I'm gonna be like kicked out of the team after we've right. I guess I get to cast and stream.
that's good. I'll always, you will always have a place here. Man. You'll always have a place here.
Can't be too toxic. I can't be toxic enough to be kicked off the cast.
No. Look, the casting team, you can be as toxic as you want when you're casting with me.
I'll say that. Supposed to be a mod. Uphold the standards of the game. Let's talk about the defense. Even though Infi's not picked anything.
Well, if he's, hopefully he hasn't disconnected or anything. Hopefully he's still there and he's not in the toilet.
Doggos would have asked. I wonder if it's gonna be. I thought it was gonna be Diva.
Oh,
You know,
looks
just to
like,
clear
yeah,
out the
looks like it's
high
gonna be
ground.
Orisa and Zarya. A bit of a interesting.
Very
pick.
low mobility. Which might not. Horizon if my memory serves.
Well, Horizon is okay for this. Like, you can play a more campy comp on Horizon because you do need to go into this small enclosed area
And I
to
bet
cap the
you-
point.
As much as I don't like to say it, I bet you one bowl of ramen that I'm fairly sure first or second push, Doggos is gonna be put.
No, I will not take that bet. But they're going to be holding up onto this high ground, very standard positioning coming through from the Doggos. And TG Nevermore will be playing triple tank or quadruple tank.
That's
actually.
what I said. Like they're just
Quadruple
going straight.
tank.
They practiced. They know this strat.
Well,
They're on the
this
point.
is, what do they call this again? I've forgotten what the name is. It's called
Experience
like the
and practice.
McDonald's push or something.
The
but-
McDonald's push.
but internal side, getting the initial pick up the MP with that hook and pre-free is just getting a hammer to the face. That's the end of that.
4v6.
They didn't see that coming whatsoever. And,
Trying the best, but it's
they're
not
trying
really
their
gonna
best.
work. With it's just
and they managed to take the point, and now they're going to get a very brutal stagger onto Tatum. If they
By
manage to
Tatum.
identify that
By
he's there, they do, and
By
Tatum's
Tatum.
getting taken down. That's going to be a snowball push, I think,
He's gonna
onto
push,
T.
yeah, straight onto the
Point
point.
for,
They staggered the
point
best. Why
two.
not?
and they're on the point right now.
Very difficult.
Free
He
is
has no
in the
access to
wrong
a
place
healer.
at the wrong time. The coalescence will come through now for the side of TG Nevermore, and the kill feed is all red. They're painting the walls red right now. Pickles pops his tag bars on the high ground, but he's completely
think it's
shut
gonna
down.
be
The
enough.
side's shield is in the way.
Oh, Bree's doing him.
Switched onto the
Oh
mid to
God,
try
bye.
and to try and delay. And
be enough.
they're just gonna wait for him.
Very-
oh,
this
the
is
wall comes through. That was
very,
very
very
nice, actually. But
Yes.
the grab will ensure the end of this defense, and that's going to be it. 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. That's about
Again,
as.
while I said, oh my god, I can't believe
That's
right.
about as
I was
quick as you
hoping,
can get.
I was hoping that I would be wrong, but no.
I do think I can't remember what the actual name is that they use in OWL for that quad tank push, but I think it's McDonald's. It's something to do with
McDonald's push.
McDonald's, okay? It's something to
It's
do
4
with
tanks
McDonald's.
in 2. That's the American way.
Well, I think that's why they call it because like everyone's fat.
Can't say that in stream.
It's the American
Oh my
push.
god, I wish I was so wrong. Oh god.
I'm so glad I didn't take that bet.
I think I'm off. I think I'm off the team. Oh god. Oh well.
Well,
I have to
quad
pay for
tank.
my own bullet.
They just completely skirted around them.
I
They had
know,
no
I know.
idea what
I
was
just-
happening.
I saw the Lucio, I saw the 4 tanks, I saw the way that Doggos was set up. That would have never been like a good low mobility.
I was hoping for some attack Widow play, but I mean that's one way to do it if you're gonna play 4 tanks and just run onto the point. I mean, if the enemy team allows you to do that, it's about as easy as you can really get. And well, once that Orisa shield comes down, it's so hard to get back
I need to
onto the
recover.
point to try and defend.
I need to recover. I wish I had some water. We are gonna see Torbrisa. It's gonna be very interesting. This wasn't meta for a while, and then it was. Oh wait, sorry. It's Roadhog, Orisa, and Toby.
Yeah, this is going to be
very difficult for.
This is very cancerous.
Doggos' current lineup with absolutely nothing but DM to protect.
Well, actually, Briefly is on the Sombra, so all they need to really do is play around the health pack on that right side, and there's a Mega on the left side as well they can play around. And if they manage
do
to...
they get ult charge from that?
No, they don't get outcharged from that, but now that Sombra has been buffed so much, she can deal a lot of damage to these tanks and still charge up the EMP very, very quickly. So they do manage to do that.
Oh no.
We'll see, that's what the push seems to be hinging on. Briefly is in the back line. Intellicide and Fix, though, meanwhile, taking out 2 members. Well, he's only managed to get 15% of that EMP so far, and he's forced to back away.
We did actually survive that. I do apologize. I accidentally flipped the camera into something. I think it's the...
Well, it's very easy now for Sombra, the translocator.
The reason why I don't think it's gonna work is because of the Tourbillon. Tourbillon just makes it hard to be Orisa. Sorry, Orisa, Sombra. It does. It really makes it hard to be Sombra. You have to back up.
Yeah,
so
definitely. It makes it hard for any flanker really to deal significant damage, because you're just going to be auto by that turret. The turret has been relocated now to the back of the point. Quantum getting hooked there, and D-Mech with dash coming through.
Going down. Getting a kill. So 4v5 maybe.
I think this is a bit of an old Sombra kind of strat, really. They're trying to build up their EMP quickly, but unfortunately Briefly is not getting any real opportunity. The Riptide will come out, it does take out Titans, but it's really, yeah, not too impactful. They've already lost the push. Briefly gonna hack the pack towards the TG Nevermore spawn. Meanwhile, Fix getting that mine onto Infi.
No, I've ever so slightly just lost on turret. Don't know where it is.
It's at the rear of the point, so it's in that corner.
Sneaky position. I hate this position so much.
Pretty standard position in the end, but I think you know what? It's going to be difficult. Briefly has got he's only still got 67% of his ult. It's taking forever, and they're down to 1 minute 40 seconds.
I think might have been enough. Might have been.
Well, it was obviously a nerf, but it just changed the way you have to play Sombra, really, and it's difficult, like you said, for the Sombra to deal significant damage. But the thing is, because they tightened Sombra's spread, I think Briefly should be able to deal enough damage from backlines, as the Coalescence does come out from Infi, keeping his tanks alive, but no, Quantum does manage to get D-Mech. In the middle of that, the counter Coalescence will come through. And
he is trying to do stuff in the background.
Infi getting taken down there. Briefly is just completely zoned out. He's almost got the EMP now, after almost 4 minutes.
It's a little late though, being as Coalescence out.
And Quantum is going to get brutally staggered, and I think that's...
This might be good. This is Doggo. This is the best Doggos has looked start of the match ult-wise. They may not have Coalescence, but they have pretty much every other one.
Yeah, so all eyes now on Briefly. Yeah. He needs to get that EMP off and deny Zamundi's Transcendent. That is the most important factor now for Doggos to manage to cap this first point. That is the conditions for victory.
I think they noticed that translocate. And here it comes.
Oh, the EMP does get off! How many knows it's catching? Doesn't catch Zamundi. Quantum though getting the kill people onto the Torb, the Dragon Blade out now for Pickles. But Atom's also popping his Roadhog ultimate. Quantum is taken down. Fortunately, they managed to regroup. The Transcendence saving almost everyone on the side of TG Nevermore. And that was it. That was the conditions to victory, was to EMP the Zenyatta, and unfortunately, it didn't manage to do it.
Translocator just ever so slightly noticed immediately by the rest of the team. Just maybe, just ever so slightly, almost immediately noticed by the enemy. Just not that great.
No, it was unfortunate really. Briefly really struggled there to build up that EMP in any kind of timely manner.
I think that might have been a bit of a desperation, much as I don't like it.
It was definitely an all-in strategy, and unfortunately it didn't pay off. Put all the eggs into that EMP basket. No. Or dots. But yeah, impressive showing from TG Evermore and a dominant performance. So hopefully we'll see a bit more of this team, but chances are, given the schedule, maybe not. But yeah, impressive all-round performance by them, and I think Doggos will have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and try and figure out how they can improve their performance.
Want to maybe try and get one of the Doggos members.
Oh, this could be quite toxic. So I'll leave it up to you. I don't even know what I would ask them.
if anyone wants to do it. I don't think the answer will be yes, but I will ask.
Okay, as long as you can ask the question.
I'll ask. Right, give me a sec. I don't. I will. I changed my mind. I forgot we locked all channels.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. So part of me is a little bit relieved.
I will go to. Hey, off the team. I'll come back and tell you, like, to whether I'll be free every Saturday from now.
Okay. Alright. So are we streaming another game, or is that it?
I think we have the option to. We're not scheduled for it, but we could just pick it up. I will go ask, but for now, I think we should sign off and hand this channel over. The next shift, if we are streaming.
Okay. Well, you heard it there, guys. I think that's going to be it from us. Well, my name's Zero. Good games, and yeah.
Bye. Oh no! Don't kick me off.